Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video is going to be a Black Library review for Warhammer 40k, and we're going to be checking out Warboss by Mike Brooks. Now, when I finally got around to this, I'd heard so many good things about Mike Brooks' Orc stories, and I'd heard really good things about this, so I was super excited. I picked up the audio version, as I always do. I like to listen to the audio versions while I'm doing, painting, hobbying in general, or doing some editing on the computer for YouTube videos even. But one thing I recommend with this is, as good as the book is, pick up the audio version, because Harry Myers and whoever, I guess, helped compose this rendition of the audio version did a stellar job. This is by far, I think, the best audiobook I have ever listened to. There is so much well done voice acting in it, and every time the chapter changes, you are going to crack yourself up laughing. It is truly amazing as an audio book as well, which I think is just amazing. But let's talk about the story. And so, with only one bastion still standing on the once unconquerable fortress world of Arena, Warboss Gazrod Goresnapper should be basking in the light of impending victory. Instead, he lies proper dead beneath a decapitated Gargant's head. The biggest and baddest bosses from each of the 6 now no longer united clans step forward to duke it out and become the next Warboss. But the Orc gods do have other plans. A prophecy foretells of a mysterious gate that lies beneath the human city. The one true Warboss will be the one that is first to find it, and will use it to turn the entire galaxy green. The General of the Blood Axes knows that only he is worthy, but it seems the Evil Sun Speed Boss Zagnob and the Goth Big Boss Mag Deadfist didn't get that memo. And to add insult to injury, nor did the leader of the Grot Uprising, the one true prophet of Morkengork, or at least so he claims, Snaggy Littletooth, who seeks to use this opportunity to turn the tide of Grot oppression. Who will the Green Gods deem worthy? So, the story's purpose. I mean, this story really does focus around a warboss that has pretty much conquered this entire planet, leading to, the off-planet war potentially happening, has unfortunately died by a Gargant's head dropping on them. And now the Orcs, the other warbosses, and the other bosses are now trying to sort of take the overall big warboss's place within the story. And we effectively get to see how this sort of works. There is a little bit of infighting here and there, but a lot of it is very much these Orcs trying to show they're the best, because they do need their subordinates, they do need, other Orcs following them, so they're trying to show, well, why I'm the biggest and I'm the best to the others and sort of outdo them. And definitely these prophecies are showing us, the weird knobs and how they sort of have power over the rest of the mobs. And indeed, we've got, the Gretchen playing their little part in this as well, which is pretty darn cool. And so our main character is both the General and Snaggy Littletooth, the cool little grot you see there. The General is a Blood Axe. He's a really powerful fighter, and quite a smart fighter at that. He's a Blood Axe. He's a little bit more cunning than your average Orc. He has tactics, as he calls them, because that is what Orcs do. They don't do none of that plans. They only do tactics. And so he's a powerful Blood Axe that really sort of has this thinking cap on compared to a lot of the other Orcs that are taking part, where the Mag Deadfist is very much brute strength, and the Speed Boss Zagnob is, a little bit maybe over eager, a little bit, hot-headed, eager to get into fire, and doesn't quite think straight. Meanwhile, you got Skaggy Littletooth, who is our beloved leader of the Grot Revolution, which is probably the best plot in the whole story. Absolutely love Skaggy. He's fantastic. Couldn't do enough with Snaggy. But so these are our 2 main characters. The other ones definitely pop up, and we've got a few Imperial characters that definitely play out through the story, along with some other Orcs in there, like the Weird Knob as well, that take a decent part. So over the course of the story, what does change about these main characters? And Snaggy Littletooth, I think, has probably one of the coolest plot lines over the course of the story. He sort of maybe gets, a little bit more confident. truly believing he is the prophet of Mork and Gork, which is amazing. And in general, we really start to see, you know, the level of tactics that we are seeing from him sort of evolve and all these different parts. And then we're seeing the other orcs as well evolve their characters and learn a little bit more about the humans. And we're seeing, you know, all these orcs grow bigger and better because of this. Until eventually we get to the end and they get the biggest and bestest they're ever going to be. For me, what does this book do well? And I think, you know, this story is just fun. Especially when you listen to the audio, it gets even funner. It gets the funnest of all the funs. But the orcs get a very serious sort of look to them in parts. You know, they are brutal, they're cunning, they're fighty, they're dangerous and deadly. But they also have a very comic book villain feel to them, or more an anti-hero feel to them, I would say as well. You know, they definitely sort of go, ha, laugh, and do silly things that maybe won't work, but somehow do. They get lucky, they think a little bit oddly. They're such an enjoyable read. They're such fantastic characters, orcs, to read about. They're always fun. And I think this book really does, you know, sort of epitomise what orcs are all about. They're fun, but also brutal and cunning. And so, who would like this book though? And honestly, my answer is everyone should listen to this. While obviously, if you are an orc fan, this is a really cool story that features a ton of different sorts of orcs, and indeed the Grot Revolution as well, which is awesome. So if you're an orc fan, you've got so much to spoil yourself with in this story. But for me, I think anyone can get enjoyment out of this. It's just a fun book to read, really nicely put together. Put on the audio version though, because it is absolutely amazing. So much fun to listen to. I think anyone would get a good time listening to this, regardless of what you like, and regardless of whether you like Warhammer or not even as well. And so, in summary, I mean, what else is there to say? This was just absolute bags of fun. You know, fun with a capital F, capital U, and capital N. Really, really enjoyable. Well done characters in it as well. I can't say enough about Snaggy the Little Two. I loved him as a character. He was absolutely amazing. The Grot Revolutionist leader, it was awesome. All the different orc leaders were really fun. Getting to see different types of orcs and different things, you know, like Boondacker Snazwagons, Stompers, Squigs are in there as well, along with Grots. And just so many different types of orcs, which made it super fun to read. If you have picked up Warboss by Mike Brooks, let us know your thoughts about it down below. If you've read any of his others, let us know which ones you'd like us to check out as well down in the comments below. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel down below. And also, don't forget to drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server that's linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. Either by grabbing yourself some channel merch, either through our Ko-fi or Teespring stores, or by supporting us directly via Patreon and YouTube members. As a special thank you to everyone who does support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Cure Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny 84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revan R, Pink Noco Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, and John Castle. And a special thanks to Lady Witchfox R and all the amazing people who do the moderation of our Discord server and groups who make everything we do possible. Thank you all so much once again for watching, for supporting the channel. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.